Hi, today we're going to be talking about Vincent van Gogh's sunflower painting. Um, Today we're going to be talking more about what this painting makes somebody feel, or me in particular, and how that feeling translates to heartbreak. Talk a little more about the painting in general, and just talk about really what we're seeing in this painting. And so let's get started. I'm a little biased. I love sunflowers. It's my favorite flower. It's a flower that connects me with my mother very deeply and it resonates with us. So that is part of why I chose this painting. Right off the bat, looking at it first glance, there are a couple of flowers that look just like the heads of sunflowers without the petals. And then there are a couple other flowers that are noticeably sunflowers. But if I didn't know that this was sunflowers, I wouldn't say that these other little brown puffs were sunflowers. But considering the fact that it's surrounded by other sunflowers, I can only guess that it is the heads of petalless sunflowers. Um, I obviously see that these sunflowers are dying. They are very malnourished. They're not taken care of, or they're not getting enough sunlight. The petals are falling off. They're all disheveled, and they're not doing really well. Obviously, with where they're at, either something somewhere has started them down a road of them dying. Um, I'm not exactly, nobody is exactly sure about what any artist puts into their paintings, but I feel as if he is heartbroken by the fact that beautiful things don't really last forever and that at some point everything has to come to an end. So sunflowers are very beautiful, vibrant, big flowers, and when they're not treated properly, they die and their beauty just withers away. And Vincent van Gogh may see himself as the sunflower. He may see himself, in this light where he does have a lot to offer and he is big and he is beautiful and he is vibrant and he has a lot to bring to the table, but he is not being well provided for himself. He's not taking care of himself, his own mental struggles and issues that he has within his own, and he is wilting away like these flowers are. So that may be the way that Van Gogh does see himself in a sense with the flowers. He uses a really overwhelming amount of yellow. That is the majority of the painting, from the top of whatever the vase of flowers was sitting on, to the top half of the vase, to the background, to the obvious yellow in the sunflowers and their bases. There are bits of greens for the stem and the leaves. Not really a lot. They still have a yellow tone or tint to them, but in one of the flowers to the very middle right of the painting, there is like a center of that sunflower is blue, and I'm not quite sure why. Excuse me, it could be, I don't know, it could just be the sadness in himself. Blue is often used in a lot of his paintings to give a cooler effect to himself, or or a sadder feeling to his paintings. So he made that made him be him just screaming, hey, I am a little sad, and this got me a little upset. These flowers are dying and this is what I feel like. I feel like a flower that is not in the sun, not being taken care of, not being watered, and I feel like I'm wilting, and I feel like I'm dying. And maybe that's the blue that's in there, is him being sad about the fact that he's not able to stay in his full bloom. Um, yeah, I'm not really sure what his overuse of yellow is, but it definitely creates a very nice sense of contrast between the different tones of yellow that we have. And overall, you don't notice it quite at first until you look at it a little longer. But yeah, overall, I think he sees himself as this wilting flower and he's upset, and the little spot of blue is his sadness that comes through with such. So, yeah, that is my interpretation of Vincent van Gogh's painting Sunflowers. And See you in the next audio response.